Hey guys, welcome to another edition of the Football View. I'm AJ. There's been a lot of twists and turns so far in the Premier League season, and we're into week 8. So let's get started with some predictions for this week's fixtures. Starting off with the 12:45 kickoff, Crystal Palace versus West Brom. Crystal Palace playing a deflated West Brom team who were 2-0 up against Everton and gave away 3 sloppy goals to eventually lose 3-2. As we know, when you're 2 goals up in football, you need to take the game from the scruff of the neck and you need to kill the game off. You cannot let the opponent get back into the game, and that's what they done. Even though they did get some injuries along the way, but they shouldn't be doing that. Crystal Palace, a team that's full of confidence under Alan Pardew. They look at a different team from when Alan Pardew took over last season, in the middle of last season. And they're a team full of confidence. Even though I know West Brom will try and, bounce back from the defeat against Everton, I still think Crystal Palace might win this game 1-0. So I'm going with a 1-0 victory. It'll be a scrappy 1-0. Both teams will have their chances, but I think Crystal Palace have enough chances. Now with the 3 o'clock kickoffs, we have Aston Villa versus Stoke. Stoke who finally got their first win of the Premier League season. And Aston Villa, who were... Okay, they weren't unlucky, but they had a fair amount of chances against Liverpool, even though they lost 3-2. And they showed some fight in that game. And this is the first match this season I've actually seen them show some fight. And I think both teams will be up for this game. But I'm going with a 1-1 draw. 1-1. I don't think either team will win. I think 1-1 will be the score for this game. The third game is Bournemouth versus Watford, the 2 promoted teams, the team that finished first and second in the Championship. Bournemouth losing their star striker Callum Wilson for 6 months, and Watford, who've been impressive, not been conceding that many goals. So this one is a tough one. I think Bournemouth might win, and I'm going with an exciting 3-2 victory to Bournemouth. And I think Troy Deeney will finally get off the mark, but it won't be enough for them. Next game is Man City, a team that lost 4-1 against Tottenham. 4-1. I just couldn't believe it. No one could believe it. Against Newcastle, again, suicide. You 2-0 up, killed the game off. I felt they made some silly substitution, invited Chelsea back into the game to eventually draw 2-2. But Man City, they managed to get a win midweek, a last-minute penalty from Aguero, and I think that's what they needed, a bit of confidence before we go off to the international break. So I'm going with a comfortable 3-0 victory for Manchester City. Now, Norwich versus Leicester. Norwich, a team that, I'm still predicting will go down, but they're playing a Leicester team that lost 5-2 against Arsenal. There were glimpses in that game that, they could have prevented some of the goals, but Arsenal were just too strong, and they eventually lost that game. I think this will be a 2-2 draw. I'm going with a 2-2 draw. Norwich have looked good at home. Leicester have looked okay away from home. So I'm going with a 2-2 draw. Next, the team at the bottom of the league, Sunderland versus West Ham. West Ham, who got a lit last-minute goal against Norwich. You could say that some people argue that they were a bit lucky. Yeah, they were a bit lucky, let's be honest. But they're playing a Sunderland team that lost 3-0 against Manchester United last week. A Sunderland team that does not look like they're going to be winning any games shortly, but I think they will show some fight. Their fans have spent so much money buying tickets to watch them lose, and I think they might have to step up to the plate. So I'm going with a 1-1 draw. They will try. Obviously, they'll try, but I don't think they've got enough to beat West Ham. And I don't think West Ham will beat Sunderland. And I think this might be the game that will spur on Sunderland. And maybe they'll be more fortunate in their results. And maybe there'll be a change in their result. And maybe this is the game, but we'll see a change in Sunderland, and we can see them picking up more points. And then with the late 5:30 kickoff, Chelsea versus Southampton. Southampton, who had a comfortable 3-1 victory at home and look like they're playing well, even though you could say they were unlucky to lose to Manchester United 2 weeks ago, but they looked very impressive this weekend, beating Swansea 3-1. And they're playing good football again. This is a team that they keep losing players season after season, and you think they're gonna be in the relegation battle, but they keep bouncing back and surprising people. And they're playing a Chelsea team that I predicted to win the league. I still think they can win the league, but with their form right now, I can't see. I don't know. No, I'm sticking with Chelsea winning it, but I don't know what's wrong with this Chelsea team. Maybe there's something going on behind the scenes for them suffering. They also lost 2-1 midweek against Porto, a team you could say a match right. They were a bit unlucky to lose. They should have had a penalty, but they didn't get it. And this game, I don't know. Last season it was a draw, and this season I'm going with a Chelsea 2-1 victory. It's going to be a very nervy game. You will feel it in the atmosphere in the stadium. A Southampton team that I think will have and create a lot of chances, but I think Chelsea might just scrape this 2-1 victory. And now onto the Sunday fixtures. We have the Merseyside derby, Everton versus Liverpool. Both teams are in decent run in the Premier League. As I said before, Everton coming back from 2-0 down to beat West Brom 3-2, and Liverpool winning 3-2, but it was a bit of a nervy match towards the end. And recently, there are goals in these Merseyside derbies, and with this game, I'm going to be controversial. I'm going with a 2-1 victory to Everton. I think Everton will win this game. I think they'll win this game. I'm going with a 2-1 victory for Everton. And up to the big game, the 4 o'clock kickoff on Sunday. Arsenal versus Manchester United. Arsene Wenger versus LVG. This is a game we know Rooney relishes. He has 9 goals against Arsenal, and we know he scored his debut goal for Everton against Arsenal. And this is a big game for both managers. For Arsene Wenger, considering they lost midweek to Olympiacos, a team that they should be beating comfortably after winning 5-2 against Leicester last week. And there's a lot of nerves with the Arsenal fans, and there's a lack of confidence towards Wenger. As for Louis van Gaal, it can go. A lot of plaudits have been coming out for Manchester, considering there was a lot of crap being talked about Manchester United, and it's a team playing with confidence, even though they just about scraped their victory with Wolfsburg. But you have to. There's some games you have to scrape them, and this is the start. This is the month, in fact, that it will tell us where Manchester United are. As they've got after the international break, after Arsenal's the international break, then they've got Everton, then they have CSK Moscow, and then they've got Manchester City. And this will tell us where this team is at the moment. And at the moment, they're playing, you could say their football's boring at the moment, but it's effective. So for this game, I think Manchester United might win this game 3-1. I know this might upset a few Arsenal fans. I'm sorry. But I don't know what's wrong with Arsenal at the moment. And losing Koscielny as well, who's going to be out for a while, who's their rock in defence. I don't trust Mertesacker and Paulista to handle the likes of Martial, Memphis and Mata and Rooney. I don't think so. But Arsenal do have a lot of exciting players as well, Alexis Sanchez and Walcott, but I don't think they have enough to beat Manchester United, and I'm going with a 3-1 victory. I'm sorry, Arsenal fans. I know you might want to murder me after this, but that's just my opinion. I think it's going to be 3-1 Manchester United. As for Swansea versus Spurs, Swansea lost 3-1 last season, and Spurs who won 4-1. Let me say it again, 4-1 against Manchester City. Manchester City last week. And considering Spurs beat Swansea last season, I am going with Spurs winning 3-2. Spurs to get the win 3-2. and to continue their run in the Premier League. So these are my predictions, guys. Feel free to leave your predictions down below in the comments. And again, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video. I'm happy that you guys continue to watch my videos, and I'll carry on doing them. Thanks for watching again. Peace, love, and safe.